Hey Horace, are you there? I just wanted to double check with you that you knew I was getting out of the hospital tomorrow afternoon. You are going to be able to come and pick me up then, right?
Hold on a second, you're getting out of the hospital tomorrow?
Yes, we talked about this earlier, didn't we? I'm sure that I told you about this.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying something about that. I guess I forgot. But I haven't asked for the time off of work to go and pick you up just yet, so...
So then you're telling me that you won't be able to come and get me tomorrow then, right?
I really am sorry about this. If I didn't have any plans for tomorrow afternoon already, then I would for sure. But I have a really important meeting with a client that I just can't afford to reschedule now.
I see. Well, okay then. I guess if that's the situation, I'll be sure to get an Uber home in that case.
Again, super duper sorry about all of this. It wasn't my intention at all. I've just been really busy lately, you know? But I want you to know that I did talk to my boss and convince him to go and give a week off to spend some time home with you and the baby, so that's good at least.
Well, I'm glad that you managed to get that at least. That is really going to be a huge help for me. But I just know that I'm going to be really busy getting used to taking care of a baby and all. So if while you're at home you could take care of the cleaning and the cooking, that would be amazing.
Honey, you have nothing to worry about at all. I don't mind doing the cooking if that's what you need.
Well, I did the cooking and cleaning, right? I need you to do both of them. Do you understand?
Right, I guess. I'm not good with a broom, but I'm gonna go and do my best, okay?
I'm sorry, I'm really not trying to be bossy or anything like that, but between feeding the baby and recovering after birth, I'm going to be pretty indisposed. I just really don't see how I'm going to be able to do the cleaning and cooking on top of everything else, you know?
Are you sure it wasn't a better idea for you to have gone home and had this baby at your parents' house?
Well, it's a bit late to think about doing that now, don't you think? Besides, you were the one who told me that you'd be lonely without me and asked me to stay.
Right, I guess I did ask you to do that for me, didn't I? But when you suggested going back home, I just got so panicked about it.
Well, don't worry. It's not like I feel like everything is already figured out right now. But that's why we're together. We're going to get through this as a couple and everything is going to be fine. We just need to open our lives to changing so that we can learn to be good parents.
Yeah, that makes sense, but you really think that things are gonna change all that much?
Maybe we should just talk about this at home. Are you going to be coming back at the usual time tomorrow?
Yes, don't worry. I'll be sure that I can get home as soon as I possibly can tomorrow.
Perfect. I really appreciate you saying that, Horace. I think we're going to have a lot to discuss then. That, and I have a lot to teach you, like how to change a diaper for our baby.
I see. Is there anything else that I might need to know or be ready for tomorrow?
Actually, since you offered, make sure that we have enough blankets for the baby and go ahead and set up the bed as well.
Alright, well, about that, I kinda have some plans tonight after I get back from work is the thing.
Wow, you really are busy, aren't you? I mean, you've only ever come to see me once in the hospital as far as I remember.
I know, I really am sorry for everything going on, but I promise to do my best for you and the baby when I'm back home next week.
I really do hope so, Horace. I'm really going to need the help. But anyways, I think it's feeding time for the little one. Good luck with the rest of your work. We'll talk soon.
Sounds good. I hope that you have a good day as well. I'll make sure to try and clean up around the house a little before you two arrive, okay?
That would be just great. Thank you so much. I know that you're tired from work after getting home, so I really am thankful. Horace, are you still at work? When are you going to come home? Where are you?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I just got called in last second for some overtime, so I haven't left yet.
I see. Well, our baby is really keeping me tied down here, so do you think next time you could put us before your job?
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't really have that much of a choice. We're really short-staffed here, you know.
I know that, and I appreciate you wanting to help out more there, but I need help here, too. And ever since you took that week off work to be with us, you really haven't done much around here.
And I've told you that that's because I'm busy at work and I'm tired when I come back home. But I am doing my best and that should be enough.
Horace, I know how hard you're trying at work, and I really do notice that. But then when you do finally come back home, you just end up going straight to bed.
Oh, I see. So now I'm not even gonna get allowed to sleep without your permission first, huh?
You really don't think that I wish I could be taking more naps at home or going to bed earlier? I'm up all day, just like you.
Oh, don't even compare our situations. You're just sitting around at home all day doing nothing. I'm the one who has to work all day at the office and then deal with you nagging me at home. Do you actually think you have it worse than I do?
I don't think it's about who has it worse. It's just that we should both be trying to help each other out.
Well, how am I supposed to be of any help to anyone when that brat is constantly keeping me up all night when it's constantly crying? Do you have any idea how obnoxious that is for me? I've even started screwing up my tasks at work because I'm so tired.
Well, I'm the one that gets up to put the baby back to sleep. I don't get enough rest either.
Well, you really ought to be getting up faster and putting the baby back to sleep more quickly.
So you're really just going to try and put all of this on me? I don't even know what to say. You do realize this is my first child, don't you? I'm learning on the job, but it's going to take time.
Well, just how much more time is it gonna take, huh? You've had the baby for over a month now. I think it's high time that you figured out what you're doing.
I might be able to learn a little better if I had you at home helping me. You know I haven't even showered this week because you haven't been watching the baby at all. I'm not trying to overload you with things to do, but I really want you to spend more time at home and more time with our baby.
Why don't you just go back and stay with your parents for a while, huh?
You really want me to just go and live with my parents like this?
Well, it's clear that you can't handle this baby on your own and you need more help.
But that's what I suggested, and you were the one who asked me to stay at home for your sake. If you're telling me to go to my parents' house, then at least take some responsibility for this.
Yeah, sure, I was the one who said I didn't want you to go back home, but in the end, you were the one that listened to me, weren't you?
Because I thought that we were going to be able to do this together. You promised me that you'd help. That's the only reason why I didn't go back to be with my parents for this.
Look, I've got a lot of work that I have to do day in and day out, and sometimes there's gonna be times when I can't keep my word, okay? But do you think that you're the only woman in the world whose husband is busy with work? Don't you know there are single mothers out there? If you ask me, it seems like you have things way too easy.
Oh, really? Because you're the only person I know who has told me that I have things easy with our baby.
Well, maybe it's time you actually get some more honest friends, because I'm just trying to tell you the truth right now. There are plenty of single parents out there who watch their children just fine. So don't try and force me to do what you should have already been perfectly capable of doing. You just need to be a better other.
Horace, what happened to you? You were so happy for us both when we found out I was pregnant. Don't you want to spend more time with your daughter? Don't you want Lily to grow up knowing her dad?
Just because I'm not in her life as much doesn't mean that she won't know me, but work has to come first and then child rearing second.
How can you do that? How can you just compartmentalize your life and then put your own child second?
But I wouldn't expect you to understand. But I know this in my heart that I am doing all this for you and Lily. But you need to realize too that I'm the one who is keeping the roof over our heads. So why don't you just keep your eyes opened, realize what's going on around here, and then let me rest after I come back home from a long day in the office. Is that really so hard for you to get?
Yes, I understand, Horace. I don't want to talk about this any longer, okay?
Oh, come on, you can't just walk away now as if you weren't the one who started this all in the first place.
I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to start a fight, and I promise that I'll do better from here on out.
Not really, because it sounds to me like you're just saying whatever it takes to end this. But we are not through talking about this until I say we are. And you really need to open up your eyes and realize just how easy you have it. And the moment you do that, we might actually be able to make some progress here.
Horace, why in the world are you going out at a time like this? Where did you even go? Are you going to your mom's house or something like that? Please respond to me.
I don't care where I'm going, I just can't stand being at home with that crying little brat any longer. I can't sleep at all, and I'm gonna find a place where I can lay my head in peace.
Please don't talk about our daughter like that. You know you can't blame her for this. She's just a baby. She doesn't know any better. The only way she knows how to communicate is by crying.
Well, I'm saying that the baby cries too dang much. I think that you're raising her wrong. Why else would she be crying that much, huh?
You don't really think that, do you? Just what is wrong with how I raise our daughter? Just please come back home. Can't we talk about this in person? You didn't have to leave, you know.
And just what is there to talk about with you, huh? Besides, if I do come back, I still won't be able to sleep.
I know, but I don't like this. I don't like you out of the house because of the baby. Please come back.
I'm telling you that me coming back isn't going to change anything. Don't you get that? I can't get any sleep done in that house, and that's why I won't be going back.
Do you really mean that? You're really not going to be coming back at all?
That's right, but don't worry, I'll keep on sending you the money and keeping up the payments on the house.
Oh, come on, Horace. You know that I want more from you than that. I want you to be here in the house with us.
No, please don't let me get in the way of you and the baby. It's clear that I'm just dead weight to you, so I'll just get out of your hair and let you concentrate on the baby.
Is that really why you left the house? Because you felt that way? Do you really want me to do this all on my own?
I don't even see the point in talking about this to you. It's just gonna turn into something else to fight about. All I wanted to do was to have a home where I could feel at ease.
Please, you have to know that I really am trying, but I just need some extra help now and then. Is that really so bad?
Now and then? You're always trying to order me around by using that baby as an excuse. I thought I told you that you need to open your eyes and realize just how easy you have it, baby or not.
Horace, you won't even agree to look after the baby for a single hour when I've asked you to. I don't think it's fair for you to be putting all of this on me.
Why? That's what you do to me, even though I'm always telling you how busy I am.
But I see you playing games on your phone at home all the time. Is that what you're busy with?
Oh my gosh, you happen to look over at me for the 15 seconds that I have a game open and suddenly you think it's all I do on my phone. You really are obnoxious. Do you know that? What's even the point of talking to me if this is all you have to say to me? You just tell that baby to grow up and quit crying. That's no way for a baby to be acting in the world. And I'm not going to come home until either you or Lily learns to control that crying.
Horace, are you there? I think you and I need to talk about some things. How soon can you and I talk in person?
Oh, this is just perfect. I was actually just thinking the same thing. You see, I've got a couple of things that you need to hear as well. Did you know that it's already been 3 months since I was last back home? I want to know, has the baby finally learned how to control her crying? Can I finally come back home to my own home and sleep in my own bed again?
I'm afraid there isn't any place for you to come back home to at this point.
What in the world are you talking about? Are you saying that you don't want me to come back home now? Because if not, then I have no idea why you're even bothering to contact me.
Well, this is precisely what I wanted to talk to you about.
So, you want to talk to me in person to tell me to not come back home? Unless, did you want to talk to me about getting a divorce?
Well, yes, that's basically it.
You mean you want to leave me and raise that baby all by yourself? Are you out of your mind?
I've been raising Lily all by myself this whole time anyways.
I know, but I'm not just talking about watching the baby. I mean having to do everything by yourself. Do you really think that you would even have the kind of money that it would take to raise a kid to adulthood? You're just a stay-at-home mom. How would you manage that?
Oh, I don't think I'll have to worry all that much about money. I'm already used to working a job and taking care of the baby. Not to mention all the child support that I'll be receiving from you as well. And that's to say nothing of the compensation from the lawsuit.
Lawsuit? What lawsuit? Who are you even gonna be suing?
Well, you, of course. After all, you have been cheating on me. Did you think I wasn't going to look into where you'd gone this whole time? I know you're at another woman's house, and you've been there for the past several months. You said you wanted to leave because you couldn't sleep, but you just wanted to get away and be with another woman.
Have you lost your mind or something? You don't really think that's what's going on here, do you?
Well, then tell me where you are. Where have you been staying this whole time?
I've just been couch surfing at different friends' houses, I swear. And some of them are married, so maybe you just saw me talking to one of their wives. I think you're blowing this whole thing out of proportion. You're making a huge mistake.
Oh, I really don't think that I am, though. I hired a private investigator to look into you, and they have proof.
Hold on a second. You paid someone to stalk me?
Well, I wasn't about to do all that work and take care of Lily now, was I? But I have more than enough proof to be able to divorce you.
Jane, please, you really do have this all wrong. I was never cheating on you at all, and that was just a woman that was a friend, I swear.
You know, the guy I hired specialized in cheating spouses. He has photos of you holding hands, kissing, all kinds of things. Are you sure you two are really just friends in spite of all that?
I promised you that her and I never did anything, and you have to believe me.
How can you say that when I'm telling you that I have evidence, photographic evidence? Why try and deny it? Not that it really matters to me. I'll just have to call your parents and show them all this instead.
Wait, no, please don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that.
And why shouldn't I? Do you admit that I know what I'm looking at? That the evidence speaks for itself?
We might have hooked up once or twice, but it was never serious, okay? You have to believe me. Please, I don't want to fight about you with this. I thought that we both needed some time apart to think, you know?
I didn't ever ask for time apart. I asked you to be at home more often to help me out. You told me that you were too busy with work to help, but I now know that you were just out running around, weren't you? And don't bother lying to me. I know the truth, and I'll know if you aren't saying it.
Please, you really don't understand. It's not like that at all.
Well, you can tell all about exactly what it was like to my lawyer during the divorce proceedings. Horace still dragged his feet signing the divorce papers, so I finally had to bring my evidence to his parents. Once they realized what was happening, they insisted that he sign the papers as well. They had no idea all the horrible things that Horace had said to me, or how he had neglected to do anything to help with raising our child. Horace was crying during the whole divorce process and was bawling in the courtroom on the day the verdict was handed down about his affair. He was forced to pay me for his affair and was made to pay child support as well. These days, Horace lives with his parents so that they can keep him on a short leash and make sure that he keeps up with his child support payments. As for me, I would say it hasn't been easy adjusting to the single-parent life, but that would be a lie since that's what I'd been living until the divorce. Thankfully, my parents only live a few towns away, so I moved to be closer to them. They come over often to look over their granddaughter while I go to work or run errands. I never thought that my life would end up this way, but I am glad to know that I still had those around me I could turn to for support through all this.
Hey, Lisa, are you there? I could really use someone to talk to. This business trip is just horrible. I really wish that I could just pack and go home to you and Marissa.
Pedro, come on now. You've only been gone on this trip for a week.
Well, it feels like I've been gone for a much longer time in my heart, you know? And the clients that we're having to deal with here are pretty scary, too.
Oh, I see. Well, that sounds like not a good time at all. But I suppose that you've really only just started there, right? Are you sure that you're going to be okay going through with this?
I just can't believe that my bosses told me that I'd be out of here for at least 4 months. I seriously wonder about if I'm going to be able to make it. This is already so hard.
Well, I'm sure it's because you've only just started, but I'm sure that it will get easier, too. Maybe just try and make it another week and see if you aren't more used to it by then.
I think that I will get used to it, but it just really sucks not having anyone to come home to. And even on my days off here, I just don't know what I should be doing with myself.
But you knew how to live by yourself before we were married, right? Besides, just think of all the time you have for hobbies and things now. Maybe you could start watching a new show, or download a new game, or start a new book.
Well, I just didn't think that I'd ever have to go back to living like this after we got married. Sure, it's nice to have all the time to myself, but not when I have a family that I should be with.
Oh, Pedro, we all miss you so much here, you know. But there's really just nothing we can do about this. We'll just have to hang on for these months. But just remember that you're not going through this alone and that we're all waiting for you here.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. Then I guess that means you wouldn't mind trying to call every day?
Hold on a second, you want to call me every day that you're gone?
I just don't know how I'm going to make it through this without talking to you.
Well then, I guess we can call every night.
And how has Marissa been doing lately? Is she okay? Does she miss me?
She actually really does miss you. She asks me multiple times a day when you're finally going to be coming back home.
Oh, well, that really does warm my heart. Please tell her that I'll be home as soon as I can.
I'm sure that hearing that is going to make her very happy, but I know that she's trying to understand that you're having to do all of this for work. And I just keep telling her to be a good girl and wait patiently for her father to get back.
It sounds to me like our little girl is growing up so quickly already. I remember before when I would leave the house, she basically wouldn't stop crying until I got back.
I know, she's finally starting school, and it really does seem like she's come a long way from being that little toddler. And honestly, I'm so happy that she's finally at that age where she can start to understand these things. It makes things a lot easier for me. So just know that our daughter is going to be just fine, and there's nothing to worry about.
Thank you so much for saying that. Lisa, just please make sure to take care of her. I'm sure that you have a lot on your plate with it being just you at home, but I still do get worried.
Well, you can leave everything to me. I'm going to take care of things here at home so that you can concentrate on your work.
Great. Thanks again for everything. I guess we'll talk more tomorrow. Maybe I'll text you around the same time, once I'm done with work.
Sure thing. Oh, that would be just fine with me. And try to do something to distract yourself.
Hey there, Lisa. How have you been? Have things been going well at home?
Hello, Pedro. Yes, things are going just fine here. What about there with you? Do you think you've gotten used to living on your own now?
Well, it's been about 2 months, so I guess I'm adjusted about as well as I'm going to.
Well, that's a relief to hear, at least. You know, I've noticed that you've been texting me every other day instead of every day, and sometimes even more time in between.
Yeah, I mean, I do text you when I'm able to, but there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, it sounds as if you're really starting to get pretty busy out there. I hope that you're getting enough rest and taking care of yourself.
Oh, I am? I'm sleeping and eating, right? But yeah, there is a lot to be done over here. Although I'm sure that you must be exhausted taking care of Marissa all by yourself, right?
I mean, I certainly won't say that it's easy, but things are just fine here. Besides, Maris is a good girl and doesn't give me too much trouble.
Oh, really? So then she's basically gotten used to how things are as well now.
Yeah, Marissa's just fine. Why are you asking so much about her?
Actually, the thing is that she hasn't been responding to my messages. The messages aren't even being opened and read apparently, so I was just hoping she was okay. I mean, she's not sick or anything, right? And things are going well for her at school too, yeah?
Things are all fine here, but I think that she might be just a little bit mad at you. I mean, after all, you have been gone for 2 months now. It isn't like she's too sick to message you or anything like that, though.
You mean that Marissa isn't talking to me because she's mad at me?
I guess she just thought that you'd be home by now, and so she's mad that you're still not. A few months is a long time for a child, you know.
I know, but it's not like I don't wish that I was home either.
And I've tried telling her that as well, but the fact of the matter is that our daughter is still feeling lonely without you, and eventually those feelings need to be directed towards something. Besides, you know how little kids get. This is just her throwing a little fit. I'm sure this will all pass before you know it.
Do you really think that? You think it will pass? Sometimes I wonder if I should try calling to talk to her instead.
I think that the best thing you could do for her right now would be to give her some space.
Really? But if she's mad at me for being away, then I thought calling her would be a good idea.
Well, you said that she's not even reading your messages, right? So I'm not sure that she's in the mood to talk. I think that you should just give her some space, and I'll try and talk to her about this, okay?
Well, okay. You are there with her, so I guess that you would know better about what she needs. I just feel so bad to have upset our daughter like this. I should have tried to explain things better before I left on this trip.
Oh, don't you worry about that. We have a clever girl, and I'm sure that she will understand eventually. By the way, did you find out when your trip is finally going to be over?
Actually, I just got the word that I might be getting sent home 2 weeks earlier than we'd planned.
Oh, really? You're going to be coming back home early? 2 weeks is a lot of time to leave early for, right?
I know, right? Isn't it great? It's like I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel with this thing.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so happy for you, Pedro.
Are you sure about that? Because those texts don't seem very happy. If anything, they seem disappointed.
No, of course I'm not disappointed. Well, now that I know you're coming back early, I just have a lot that I need to do.
And just what is that you need to do?
I won't lie to you, ever since you've left, I've slowly been taking less and less care of the house, and, well, let's just say it's a bit of a mess. But now that I know you'll be coming back early, I know that I'll have to start cleaning it all up sooner.
Oh, well, that makes sense. But it's okay. You've been taking care of Marissa all by yourself. You really don't have to worry about that at all. I'm just really excited to finally see you both.
I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to concentrate on cleaning up the house until you finally get back here.
Oh, is it really that bad? I mean, if that's what you really want to do.
And as for you, you just make sure that you're not coming back any earlier than you already are, okay?
I mean, I don't think that would happen, but why would that bother you so much? Surely the house can't be that much of a mess, right? I don't mind helping you clean up when I'm back.
No, the whole house is filthy, and I want to make sure that it looks nice for you.
But I really don't mind giving you a hand at all. All I'm looking forward to is seeing you guys. But okay, if you really insist on it, then I understand. But just tell Marissa that I'm going to be coming home early, okay? I hope that might help her with her bad mood towards me.
Yeah, of course. I'll be sure to tell her that. Would you mind telling me exactly what day you'll be coming back when you know?
Yeah, of course I can do that. Well, anyways, I guess I'll talk to you later. I'm almost there. I can't believe that this long business trip is finally going to be over. I've been able to just about wrap up everything that I need to do here, and I think I'll finally be able to go home at the end of the month.
Dad? Is that you?
Sorry, is this Marissa?
Yes, this is Marissa. But is that really you, Dad?
Of course it's me. What are you talking about? Why wouldn't it be me?
But it's just that, well, I had no idea that you were still alive. How are you even sending these messages right now?
I'm sorry. Am I missing something here? Why wouldn't I be alive?
So then, it really is you? You're really my dad, and you're really still alive?
For the last time, yes, I am still alive and healthy and well, and I just wanted to say how sorry I am for how lonely I made you feel.
No, that's not what this is about. It's just that, well, Mom told me, she said that you were dead.
I really think there must be some kind of misunderstanding here or something. I am your dad, and I am very much alive, Marissa.
But you haven't been home in such a long time. Where have you been this entire time?
Come on, sweetie. You know that I had to go far away for work, right? I thought that your mom told you about all of this, didn't she?
Yeah, I know that you had to leave for your business trip, but then Mom told me that there had been an accident. She told me that you died and were looking down on us now.
Did your mom really say that about me to you?
That's right. She told me that you died and that's why we were going to live with her new husband.
Wait, what? Your mom is seeing another man? What do you mean? Please tell me that's a joke.
It's not a joke at all. Mom told me you died, and not long after that brought another man around and told him that he was going to be my new dad.
And you're telling me that you and your mom are together with this man now?
Well, not right this second. Mom and him left the house to go somewhere together, but Mom left her phone here at home.
And so that's why you're texting me on your mom's number?
That's right, but I don't like being at home with Mom and my new dad now. They're both so mean to me. And Mom is always telling me that I should just forget all about you and try to get along with my new dad.
Well, honey, I just want to tell you that your mom was lying to you. Your dad isn't dead. I'm here and still very much alive, and I just want to say how sorry I am that you've been going through this.
Oh, well, I'm really just so happy that you're still alive, Dad. I was so sad when Mom told me that you would never, ever be coming home again. I cried and cried and cried, and I didn't think it would ever stop.
I'm so sorry that you ever thought that was the case. But then, if you're texting me on your mom's phone, what happened to yours? I've tried to message you a bunch of times, and you never responded to any of them.
Mom took my phone away and said that I wasn't allowed to use it ever again.
Why would she take your phone like that? Just so that I wouldn't be able to call you?
I don't know, but anytime I try and ask Mom anything about you, she always gets really, really mad. She's so mean to me now.
I don't believe it. I can't believe that your mom would act like this.
Please come back home, Dad. I really miss you, and I want to see you. I thought that you were gone forever.
Of course, Marissa. I'm going to try to get back home as fast as I can, okay? Are you at home right now?
I'm actually not. I'm in a hotel. Mom said that we're all going to be moving to a new house.
So she was just going to try and run away and just disappear without a trace? Well, I'm sure that something in that room that you're in has to have the name of the hotel, right? Find something from there and send it to me. I'll head over and get you as soon as I can.
Thank you so much, Dad. Please hurry. I really don't want to be here any longer.
So I heard that your dad beat up your new boyfriend pretty bad, huh? I have to say, I felt pretty good hearing that news.
So then you were the one who told my dad where we were staying.
I told you that I called them and told them about what you'd done. I really don't know why you'd think a guy like your dad would just let you try and get away with something like that. But yes, I told them about the hotel where you two were staying. I bet that you must have been pretty shocked to see them at your room door, though.
I was so scared. I have never ever seen my dad that mad. How could you turn him against me like that?
I didn't do anything but tell them what it was that you were already doing.
Well, great. Thanks to you, my parents are taking me back home and my boyfriend ran away.
Wow, you mean your dad actually let him get away? I would have thought that he'd want to drag him back to his place as well.
It wasn't that. He literally ran away. He was so scared of my dad that the second he had the chance, he bolted out of the hotel.
I see. So he left you behind and ran away to save his own skin? Sounds like you really do know how to pick them, don't you?
But why did you have to tell my parents about where we were? You didn't have to go and do that.
I told them where you were because I knew, as Marissa's grandparents, they would be just as worried as I was. Not only that, but I did not want to deal with you and your other man. But I knew that I needed to stay with Marissa and take care of her. Besides, it was clear to me that your dad wanted in on this as well. Anyways, sounds to me like you and your parents have some catching up to do. Don't worry though, you'll hear from me again when I bring my divorce lawyers around. So I heard that your dad beat up your new boyfriend pretty bad, huh? I have to say, I felt pretty good hearing that news.
So then you were the one who told my dad where we were staying.
I told you that I called them and told them about what you'd done. I really don't know why you'd think a guy like your dad would just let you try and get away with something like that. But yes, I told them about the hotel where you two were staying. I bet that you must have been pretty shocked to see them at your room door, though.
I was so scared. I have never ever seen my dad that mad. How could you turn him against me like that?
I didn't do anything but tell them what it was that you were already doing.
Well, great. Thanks to you, my parents are taking me back home and my boyfriend ran away.
Wow, you mean your dad actually let him get away? I would have thought that he'd want to drag him back to his place as well.
It wasn't that. He literally ran away. He was so scared of my dad that the second he had the chance, he bolted out of the hotel.
I see. So he left you behind and ran away to save his own skin? Sounds like you really do know how to pick them, don't you?
But why did you have to tell my parents about where we were? You didn't have to go and do that.
I told them where you were because I knew, as Marissa's grandparents, they would be just as worried as I was. Not only that, but I did not want to deal with you and your other man, but I knew that I needed to stay with Marissa and take care of her. Besides, it was clear to me that your dad wanted in on this as well. Anyways, sounds to me like you and your parents have some catching up to do. Don't worry though, you'll hear from me again when I bring my divorce lawyers around. After that, I was actually contacted by the man my wife was seeing. He admitted to the affair and agreed to give me a payout to prevent a lawsuit. Lisa was shocked to hear that he appeared to talk to me but not to her. I'm sure that it broke her tiny heart into pieces. After that, he begged me to go back with her, but I insisted on the divorce. And during the custody hearings, Marissa told the judge all about how she would rather be with me after what my wife and her other man put her through. In the end, Lisa was brought back to her parents' house, where they said they would be keeping her under close supervision until she seemed to have learned her lesson. As for Marissa and I was able to get a restraining order against Lisa on account of the kidnapping. Now I can send Marissa to school knowing that she can go back and forth without her mother trying to take her from me ever again.